It's a little hard sometimes to rest, unwind. Holla if you're here because you want to leave your stress behind. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanna bury your sorrow in a vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we'll break. Can't take you over deeply, your appetite. Got to vibe, honey. We got the specialist beating for supply. We put it down, and they'll be telling us, yeah, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, say hi, bye. Yeah, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, yeah. And you'll be singing, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You'll be singing, oh, yeah, in no time. Like I don't wanna go, like I don't wanna go, go home. And you'll be singing, oh, yeah. You'll be singing, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Get out, yeah. It's a little hard sometimes to feel the quiet. Holla if you're settling, we'll let it spin whenever tired. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanted us to take control with the vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we'll break. Can't take you over deeply, your appetite. That's a vibe, honey. We got the specialist beat sequence supply. We put it down, and they'll be telling us, yeah, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit the lights up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a
Welcome in everybody to round 4 of the virtual racing Aotearoa Fenn Refrigeration Limited Xfinity Series tonight. We are live from Chicago for, well, possibly a whole lot of carnage as these drivers head to the streets. Joining me in the comms box, it is none other than Mr. Josh Henderson. Josh, mate, welcome in to round 4 of the championship and into the Chicago street race.
Yeah, thanks, Brad. You've probably got the best person in terms of carnage because I cause all of it. But yep, it's going to be a good night. But yeah, road course. I don't really know how to feel about this because we were talking about this before we got live. Is it's probably going to be a big stack up at turn 1, and you're probably going to have a pretty long run. And whether they cause a bit of drama towards the end is yet to be seen. So should be a good night.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt there'll be plenty of bumping and probably cars getting turned around going on in that opening series of corners. But yeah, once they get into a bit of a rhythm, no doubt things will start to spread out a little bit. But the deal tonight, lap 15, we get our stage end, and that will be the only time that we're going to see a yellow flag wave tonight. Thank whoever we need to for that, because sitting under caution around this track would be a rather long lap time. So 50 laps the distance, and yeah, like I said, that stage ends lap 15, so points right there and there. So far, Josh, 3 different winners across the 3 rounds. Will we find our 4th winner tonight? I tell you what, if practice was anything to go by, Willie McClune and your man that's just jumped to the top of the table now, Gianni Lutzu, were the quickest of the field in practice. So let's see what happens in qualifying here. We've been a little bit led astray as far as start times go. I thought to myself 5 minutes was a bit short for the qualifying time, and it is in fact 10 minutes. So you get to see all of that tonight. We're just following last week's race winner, I believe it was, Hayden Millings. At the moment sits P4 in the timing.
Yeah, you can see already with the qualifying times, Brad, I guess you could say the qualifying gaps. You can sometimes refer it to as deltas. Let's see, he's binned himself into the tyre bundles down there. But yeah, you can see a little bit of a gap already forming between Lutzu, Dilworth and McClune, all separated between a couple of tenths. Get my words out tonight. And then you go back to Millings and Harding only a couple of, second and a bit back, and then you split to 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, even 12 seconds for Mark Rover. So, yep.
Yeah, she's Dilworth. I tell you what, we're going to see a lot of this tonight, and one thing we will do right now is we'll find someone to ride on board with, and all I've heard from a lot of people is how bumpy this track is and how easy it is to get out of shape. So we're right here with Harding and just see how much you're on the edge round a lap round here in Chicago, as you see the wheel work already as we ride on board with Bryce Harding. Busy man. Is Sam Smith here tonight? Not 100% sure on that one. I'll tell you what though, how good SVG getting it done this morning. And is he going to get the double tomorrow? We'll see both races. So it's going to be the man to beat right now, surely, as Harding pulls it up. Part way around that lap. Yeah, not a lot happening out there currently. I can tell you we do have 34 cars in the house for the race. Seeing if everyone actually gets a lap in around here or not. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Possibly calling.
This is one of the things we...
Is there anyone on? Oh, yeah, there's still people on the track. Sorry, Josh, I thought that they might have been calling qualifying or something. I don't know. There's still 4 minutes to go, though, so let's see how this one unfolds.
Well, that's the thing. Another one of those things we discussed beforehand, Brad, is you really want to be at the front, very, very front of this field, or at the very, very back, because pretty much you're guaranteed, especially on the Star, that you're going to stack it at turn one. I can tell you there'll probably be like 3 cars that end up getting hard into the tire bundles and engine blown up end of day, sort of thing. So
Yeah, definitely. And of course, the penalty count around here tonight, I think it's only 17 times before you're going to be made to head down pit lane. So, man,
I wouldn't have survived.
not a lot of room for error at all when you think that if you get into someone, that's going to be a 4 times straight away. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, a few crashes, a few nudges with the fence, and it's going to be game over. Head down pit lane, so could be a battle of survival tonight, Josh. We'll see how it all unfolds.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I'm up here and not in the actual car tonight, Brad, because I just know I would not have survived.
Yeah,
I probably wouldn't have made 5 laps around here, to be honest. It's a treacherous track when you trying to master it. I mean, look at Kyle James. He just had a big moment over one of the bumps, and it's a track that's certainly not designed for stock cars. That's for sure.
Twitch looks okay my end. Yeah, it seems okay for me. I don't have any lagging issues at the moment. Yeah, looks alright my end. Anyone else watching on Twitch?
Yeah, all good on my end as well.
Yeah, Big Pot says it's all good as well. So yeah, not sure the story is there. But anyway, Gianni looks like he's happy with that lap. In fact, I say that he's out on. Right, just sitting down pit lane. I was going to say, is he the only one left? No one left now. Cale James, last car left, possibly. Jared McLeod out on track as well. No, he's not.
Yeah.
Murray Hole, and no. So everyone, I think, pretty well happy with their lap times so far. 1:30 to go. Whether they are happy or that's just as good as it's going to get, who knows?
Well, that's the thing I noticed before when Kale James was trying to finish his. I think that was his 3rd lap he's done around the track. He only meant to do 2, and you might have noticed he tried to pull a right down pit road, almost sent himself into Kyle Larson and hit the sand barrels. So yeah, he just got to. It was one of those things with tonight's races. You've got to be careful that pit entry as well. You've got to slow yourself down enough that you're not going to lose so much time by missing pit road, but also you can not whack yourself into the sand barrels.
Yeah, too right. What are you watching on? Are you watching on your phone or PC, or just try refreshing it? Because I don't think anyone else is having any lagging issues at the moment on Twitch. But just over 30 seconds to go now in qualifying. Nothing is going to change. You got to say everyone down pit lane by the looks. Yeah, Miles Baker's just sitting there as well. So everyone else done. May as well wrap it up. Luke, let's get in. Josh, let's get into the race. Jeez, we're all over the shop.
One of those nights, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, again, still recovering, I tell you. But,
yeah, no good, brother. But
let's wait.
I was just gonna say, Brett. It's have we got anyone not qualified? No one setting a lap time?
There's a stack. There's about 4 of them haven't. Christopher Pinkney, Jared McLeod, Justin Allen, Wayne Van Biljon. Providing they are going to start in the race. You did touch on that too. So obviously some people have gone, yes, I would much rather start off the back in this one. We'll bring up your grid. Draw for the race tonight. It is Gianni Lutzu on a pole. Beside him, it's going to be Luke Dilworth. Out of row 2, it will be Willie McClune and Hayden Millings. Row 3, we'll see Bryce Harding and Xavier Simmons. Row 4, it'll be Corey Crossan and Hayden Guptill. Row 5, we'll see Luke Bradley and Lockie Brett. Out of row number 6, it'll be Josh Murdens and Hayden Kirk. Row 7, we'll see Brady Stanley and Miles Baker. Out of row 8, it will be Cale James and John Boswell. Row 9 will see Caleb Beecroft and Daniel Johnstone. Row 10, it will be Sam Waddell and Cam James. Row 11 will see Michael Kemp lining up next to Josh Thompson. Surely this isn't a standing start.
Oh no, I doubt it.
Row 12, it'll be Jamie Harding and Murray Howell. Row 13, we'll see Luke Hunter and Paul McKenzie. Row number 14, we'll see Dion Gregory lining up next to Matt Blee. Row number 15, it'll be Carson Daly and Mark Grover. Row 16, we'll see Wayne Van Biljon and Jared McLeod. And rounding out the field, it will be Justin Allen and Christopher Pinkney. That is your starting lineup for round 4. The Fenn Refrigeration Limited Xfinity Series, brought to you by Virtual Racing Aotearoa. Probably not too far away from getting things underway here, sitting behind the safety car at the moment. Field 2 wide, and how long will it be before it erupts? I'm going to say turn 1. Let's see how we get on.
If it's not going to be turn 1, brother, it's going to be turn 2. I can guarantee you that.
Absolutely. Once they start getting over those bumps and sending it, they'll be sending it into the fence. Here we go.
Yep, I tell you, there'll be aggressive drivers in the easily in that top 10 as well. I mean, look at Dilworth and McLean. We know how they like to get their elbows out when it suits them. Bryce Harding's usually more of a chill-faced kind of guy, and Xavier Simmons. If I was in this race and I was in front of him, I'm sure he'd send me back for what happened in the endurance series. Last year?
Absolute classic that was. That is for sure. But yeah, you're right. Luke Dilworth certainly is a. Well, I'd call him a road course, street course specialist. He's certainly at the pointy end whenever we go turning both direction in either the Xfinities or NASCARs. So, yeah, off the front row, let's see what happens. You can see there's not much room through these corners, and we're only rolling around at the moment. So wait till we go racing.
I just hate to think, Brad, if you go 3 wide in some of these corners, someone who's inexperienced, you go 3 wide into a corner to try and make a move, and yep, you pretty much set yourself into a fence.
Absolutely. There's only one way that's going to end, and it's going to end in tears. You can guarantee that much. Here we go. The safety car, pace car, whatever we're going to call it, pulls away. The field will work their way. Oh, they're into it already. Simmons says, come on, let's get going, as the green flag has dropped. And Gianni, what a start. Willie McLean too. He's going to move quickly up to P2. And what is going to happen behind that is the question. So far, you wouldn't read about it.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
Turn 2 clusters.
No, turn 1. Turn 1.
Oh.
All sorts of carnage.
Well, I'll tell you what, car parked up against the fence, early stages in this one. But it has been a little bit cleaner than what I thought it was going to be, to be fair. I thought someone was going to go round.
This is a real tight section coming up. You've got to be on your game if you want to make it pass through here. I mean, I think Gianni looks like he's kind of cleared himself out.
Someone's driving around at the moment with their bonnet up. There it is there. Sam Waddell. And it's gone. It's gone. So that somewhat saved them, as we see it bouncing down the track now. The field already, as you said, starting to spread out somewhat as Gianni opened up a 1 second lead out front. Of course, tonight, one thing you are guaranteed to see is some green flag pit stops, because that stage end at lap 15, I very much doubt that they are going to have enough fuel to get home from there.
Oh yeah. Right. first lap in the books somehow, and at the back they had some carnage. So let's see if they can make it through with a clean pair of heels.
Yeah, and oh, looks like Sam Waddell, he's had a moment along with Paul McKenzie too, possibly. So we're going to have a bit of a replay early stages here as we find our survivors in cars with heavy damage. And look at the front of Paul McKenzie's car now. That thing has seen better days, and a lot big moment. Oh, and he's going to pull it up and probably say that is enough for one day by the looks of that. A few cars, a few drivers have said that is enough. Debris in the chat there from Big Pop. He knows the safety. Lockie Brett. Hard contact with the fence there on the exit of the corner.
That's the thing, Brad. These corners can bite you. Lockie Brett found that out the hard way.
Yeah, did he what? That was pretty big contact, to be fair. Probably bent that steering, you would have to say. Too much more of that.
Yeah. But you're lucky it's not the next gens, because that would have been to toe link. He would have been out.
Oh, there you go. He's slowing up somewhat now. Possibly just letting Merdens go through. A bit more pace as Gianni Lutzu out front goes quickest the lap of the race, extending it out to 1.4 seconds now. And I am going to try and find some replays from the opening carnage.
Already so many cars out of this one, just looking at the little ticker, just seeing at least 4 names out.
Yeah.
One thing I have noticed, Brad, is while you source the replays, there is a reason why Gianni's quite quick. And have a look at that little team name under his name, where the kind of graphics are in the middle of the screen. Sigma Sim Sports.
Yeah, there you go.
So one of the recruited drivers that they've brought in, I'm guessing, for probably the road courses to go out and win some races. So it's not taking away from any of their competition.
Yeah, let's see. I did just have something on Hayden Kirk. Let's see if we can work our way through this carnage. A lot of cars caught up early stages in some of these incidents. Hayden Kirk, he's going to be the first one by the looks of things. Oh, yeah, just. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is big. That has taken a few cars out of the running early. It's just, yeah. Oh, Cam James, Thompson's involved. Kempe was involved in that one as well. So parking lot turn 1, we called it. Track.
I'll tell you what, Brad, there was more bum riding in that than you would ever see in a porn film.
Yeah, not wrong. Let's have a go. Paul McKenzie here. What's happened?
Oh!
Was that Hunter getting into him?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Hunter.
Oh! That was a nasty hit that he sent himself around into the tyre bundles as well. Goodness gracious.
Looks like Mark Grover. He's had a moment out there as well. Let's just see what's unfolded.
Oh.
Just trying to run a bit of speedway style out there by the looks of that. Was Mark Grover. Luke Hunter, he's come unstuck again. Matt Lee. Oh, he's got it wrong, and that is
off the track almost.
This is what I've been expecting, to be fair, is these moments. Wayne Van Buljon now. It's like, has he just come around and got nowhere to go on this? Yeah, just says, oh, you guys can sort it out, and we'll get back racing as we go back live. Fellow Perth boy leading the way. There you go, Aaron Gray in the chat. So it is definitely the first time I've seen Gianni Lutzu in the in any NASCAR racing, well, as far as I've streamed anyway. So it's got an 11k I rating. Boy, oh boy.
Oh, goodness.
In ovals, Aaron, or that'll explain a lot. 5 laps in here at Chicago, the field. Really well spread out at the moment. Willie McClune, P2, some special racing. And Luke Dilworth, P3. So at the moment, Sigma, Sim Sports, a top 3 shutout with Luke Dilworth back in P3. Last week's winner at Atlanta sits P4. Hayden Millings in that Mullet Motorsport car. Behind him, Bryce Harding and Xavier Simmons. Xavier will be looking to try and have a good week this week.
Oh yeah, miserable start to the season for him.
Yeah, too right, being involved in what seems like nearly everything that's happened. So, yeah, but look at the margins already. We got P down to what, 30th is out. 29 cars left on the track. Make that 28 as Josh Thompson currently sits down pit lane getting some repairs done. That list of DNFs: Paul McKenzie, Hayden Kirk, Sam Waddell and Murray Howell so far are your drivers that have fallen by the wayside. And Daniel Johnstone, the 97 follows suit. Carson Daly sends it, and that is big damage. Yeah, big damage for the 97 of Daly. You can see the smoke pouring out of the back end, and Gregory there, he will not be happy with that. Just avoids contact, but you got to say, Carson Daly, that looks fairly terminal for the 97. Not a good sight, that is for sure.
Almost whacked himself into the inside barrier.
He used to race in the Supercar Series in the same team as Brody Kostecki, Richie Stanaway and Ryan Wood. He's a full-time iRacing driver coach. Well, there you go. There you go. Bit of info coming in on your race leader, courtesy of Aaron Gray in the chat. I'll tell you what, some great info there. Contact in the background there for Willie McClone. And there's cars everywhere for the race leader to contend with. What is going to unfold?
He'll have done all day.
Yeah. Gets around the outside of the 3. Matt Blee's going to be next on the list for the race leader, and Willie McClone, he's made quick work of these lap cars as well, so closes the margin just a little bit to the race leader. It's all going on in the background there. Luke Dilworth just chipping away out at it at the moment in P3. At the moment, they're all in about the 131s, that top 4. Last time by, Willie McClone was the quickest out of all of them, so obviously a bit of lap traffic to deal with as well. So, but well, things well and truly starting to spread out here now in Chicago. Laps slowly ticking by. We're going to see a yellow flag in about 8 laps. Look at that front wheel. That looks like it's not even touching the ground on Dilworth's car there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Brad. They'll all be similar in terms of that little incline down the hill. Yeah. It's one of those tracks that's, you rely on a little bit of camber to sort yourself out. So, yep.
A bit of a tail slap there with the wall for the 63, and I pretty much say at this point of the race there won't be a car without a bit of paint scraped off the side of it, or part of their livery left on the wall at this point.
Well, I tell you what, Brad, I'm actually impressed that McClune and Dilworth are still hanging with Lutzu here, because, I mean, they're still within about 0.8 to a second of Gianni Lutzu, so the fact they're still keeping up is quite impressive.
Yeah, too right. He is he has the quickest lap, but again, last time by, actually, Willie McClune was the fastest, and he's closing that margin. Yeah, closing. Just under a second now, that margin, and he's done that without any lap traffic, to be fair. So just keep an eye on McClune there in the 61. And how would it be if Gianni turns up this round, locks himself into the playoffs? Not sure if there's any amount of races you have to do to make that. I don't know if there's a rule around that, or
Yeah, that'll be
Supercars
the interesting
iRacing
thing, wouldn't
Series. Yeah. Gotcha, Aaron. Gotcha. So plenty of experience, obviously, for the race leader at turning both ways. Does he do much much NASCAR racing, Aaron? Or only when it comes to road courses? Stillworth just has a bit of a wiggle there. Check out the margin back to Hayden Millings from these front three cars.
Oh,
These
outrageous.
guys, yeah, are a long way back. Bryce Harding, he sits P5. Simmons in P6. Corey Crossan again, a long way back to him in P7 at the moment. He's 16 seconds off the race lead. See Luke Bradley in behind them. That looks like possibly Wayne Van Biljon in between, and Hayden Guptill. He sits back in P9 at the moment.
He needs a good result. He's had some pretty dismal weekends, you'd have to say.
Oh yes, absolutely. We'll pick up our biggest mover at the moment. It is Jared McLeod. He's up 13 positions. Currently sits P19 in the race. And we saw Van Biljon getting lapped earlier. He's still up 8 spots. Pinkney up 8. Jamie Harding up 6. And Caleb Beecroft, he is up 5 positions at the moment. But you got to say at the moment, it is an absolute runaway out front for those front 3 cars. We will get us a competition caution, I guess, at the end of the stage. It'll bring everyone back together. For momentarily, anyway.
Yep.
But
That's right. It would be... Well, I tell you, the disappointment of the race, Brad, for that restart, Michael J. Kemp out of the race. So there'll be no lid skids or no pile drives from him at turn 1.
MK Sim Gaming, I'm guessing that's Mr. Michael Kemp Sim Gaming. Bit of a change up in his name. He's done and dusted, parked it, dumb as fuck track. That has to be Michael Kemp.
MP.
There would be no one else. Hayden Guptill there, he's just dropped back behind him now. We'll run through the rest of the field, see where everyone else is sitting. It's Cale James back down here, P13 at the moment. It's got Boswell just in behind him at the moment. He sits P14. That 43 chrome and black livery at REB Motorsport. Back to Miles Baker, P17. And, that's got a few war wounds on it, that is for sure. Jamie Harding sits back, P16 at the moment. And that 171, another one out of the Sigma Sim Sports stables.
Tell you what, Brad, that gap between Lutz and McClune has really closed up. Now they're only 0.4 of a second apart. Willie was actually 0.4 of a second faster that last time by as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's got a bit of pace. This could be showing just how long the tyres possibly expecting to last. Is Willie McClune now right on the back of the race leader, Gianni Lutzu. Let's see, has he got anything for him? So we got any word on how the tyres are wearing, Aaron? Surely you're in Discord with the rest of the team there. And what's our thing on tyres, or are you currently sitting in a digger or something at work? Just tuning in. Just tuning in on this Sunday night. It'll be Sunday afternoon over in Perth for you. We watch here this battle for the race lead. Well, it's turned into a battle. Gianni Lutzu was certainly looked like he was comfortable. Oh, mistake from McClune. Big lock up. He's going to make contact with the fence. Dilworth, can he get it done? He does. Moves up to P2. So just like that, a bit of a gap again for the race leader. Let's see what Dilworth can do now. As him and McClune were pretty much identical on lap times last time by, and yeah, I don't know if it was the defensive driving from Gianni that has dropped them right down into the 133s, or those tyres just hurting a little bit. Yeah, he is in a digger. There you go. The boys aren't saying much. Full concentration, no doubt about it. We spoke about our how many bumps were out on the circuit, and she is definitely a rough ride out there for some of these cars at the moment. We'll jump on board here with Willie McClone and let's check it out again. The sun beaming down. No chance of rain today, Josh. I don't know if any of these cars would make it around the track with a bit of water.
No, well, they have rain tyres in real life, but iRacing's gone, no, we don't actually want to do that with road courses for some reason. I think it'll be quite fun to try, but yeah, they haven't implemented it yet.
Yeah, it'd be like ice, no doubt about it. It would be like
absolutely.
ice. Oh, it's a big correction there for the 61. Willie McClone, you just see the wheel work.
The width is pulling.
Yeah, that wheel moving around as they go over the bumps, turns it into the corner, just pulls it up again. Not making contact, but you're right, Dilworth onto the back of the race leader, looking to challenge him again. And man, at points of the track, you've got to wonder, is there even enough room to try and get two cars side by side through some of these corners?
I mean, just look how tight it gets up there. You are not fitting a car through there.
Yeah, like these ones, just the blind corners, and like they're using the whole track as it is to try and get around. So yeah, great job though from
There'll be
these
move
three.
coming.
There we
we
go.
are in.
Stops. So just before the stage end.
Yeah, so there, it's 12 laps on tyres then.
So
realistically, 12 laps is the max on tyres, because look how far off they are in terms of pace. They're 133s, 134s they're lapping.
Surely they've just done that for track position, yeah? Or is other cars gonna stop, or you know, because we're just
Millings in,
just away from 1 lap away from that. Well, sorry, 2 laps away from the end of the stage. So are they just doing this to get a bit of track position, possibly, as Willie McClone now, your race leader? So a few guys on different strategies. You can see 3 of them down there. Like you said, Hayden Millings has made his way down pit lane as well. So I guess now, when we go under yellow, if the rest of the field come in, those guys will find themselves 1, 2 and 3 in the race order.
MP's in the waiting room if we want to drag him in.
Oh, jeez, can we handle his abuse? I don't know. Hold on, folks. We'll get his thoughts here as we work our way to the end of the stage. We get this man here, Michael Kemp. Mate, you were amongst the bumper cars at the start of the race, and we always knew it was going to be a challenge around this track, the bumps. But mate, parked it up, put it in the hauler for the night. Now you're going to sit back and watch everyone else do it.
Yeah, I thought I might have struck a bit of luck in that turn 1, because I knew that it was going to be an absolute disaster going in there, so I just backed out of it and let everyone go, and I bounced off the bloke that bounced off the wall in front of me turning into the corner, and well, there's a bit of damage there to start the race, so that was a great start. And then sort of got into a bit of a rhythm and locked a wheel going into one of the corners and fired it in the fence, and it fired the old barbecue under the bonnet up and told me I had too much damage, so that was it.
Oh,
It was
no.
like, well, yeah, it was over. It was
So
like,
how many laps did you do?
Oh, probably like 8.
Okay, so you got any insight into how the tyres were wearing, how the fuel was looking, or anything like that, or?
No, not really. I was just trying to keep it out of the fence and just stay smooth, man. It's so bumpy.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out if these guys are going to be able to get home from this competition caution, or whether they're going to have to stop again, what the tyres are like, whether it's just fuel that they're going to have to stop for or not. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Going to see the yellow come out at the end of the next lap.
It's hard work, I tell you. I'd like to know how those boys out the front can pull it up like so late like they do, and just as smooth as they do. I fiddle with brake bias and everything, and I'm either smoking the front tyres trying to slow it down or spinning it out, and just got frustrating towards the end. It's like, oh, well, I'll just drive it, try and keep it out of the fence, or I'll be throwing shit out the window.
Yeah, too right. I tell you what, Luke Dilworth has managed to get up in front of Gianni Lutzu in that round of pit stop that they done. And Hayden Millings lost a whole lot of time by the looks of things. So
Oh,
he was only about, what was he? He was like 0.6 of a second quicker in the pits, but that was enough to obviously get in front of Gianni. But yeah. Well, I guess it's on to next week for you then, Kempe. We go to Sonoma. So yeah, I don't know if things get any easier.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't got the track, so I'll. Yeah, no doubt I'll grab that throughout the week and have a hoon around there. Surely it can't be as bumpy as this one, otherwise I'm in for another rough night. I mean, I don't mind the old road course in these things, but when you end up like a milkshake after the third lap, it's like, really? Do I have to put myself through this shit?
Oh, I tell you what, classic thoughts there. Well, yeah, I guess what can you do? We always know that road courses are going to be tough to negotiate in these cars, but somehow half the field generally ends up getting it done. But so far tonight, the DNF list has certainly grown a little bit.
Yeah, I noticed a few dropped off. I was committed to trying to stay out there, but when I parked it in the fence, it had other IDs, so it's like, well, okay then.
Yeah, 7 cars DNF now from this one. So
wow.
Yeah. And what are we? Lap 15 of the race. So we'll see the yellow come out at the end of this lap for the race leader.
It was quite scary scenes down the back of the field, I have to admit, like coming around a corner and you got cars bouncing off the fence in front of you and stuff. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was hard to pick a line.
All go, everyone everywhere.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've sent a few people into the shadow realm during the practice session just trying to pull it up to the corner, and yeah, it's just, you've got to do these things.
Yeah, too right. Well, obviously this is going to be a manual yellow, I assume, because Willie McLean's done 15 laps now, and we haven't seen the yellow come out yet.
he'll be in the hands of Xavier, I guess.
Yeah, so we'll wait for... There we go.
There it is.
There is the
Yellow,
yellow flag. So this is the only yellow we're going to see tonight, thankfully.
Yes, they will stack it and pop the track.
Didn't Sonoma get a rescan? Yes, with the last big update. There you go.
Oh, well, I might go by the track and go fire it in the fence in Sonoma then. Bit of a change from the streets of Chicago.
Yeah, put on a show. You reckon? See if we can get a lid skid?
Well, I mean to say there's a bit of sand around that place, so there might be a couple of towel heads floating around with the baby going with some coffees or some shit, so I might just park up with them.
Yeah, there you go.
Lamb chops or something.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, but I'll go and have a yarn to the other boys that have managed to survive it so far in the THD chat and call it a night, I think.
Yep, no dramas, Kempe. Cheers for coming in for a chat, and we will see you tomorrow night in the Porsche Series, last round of that, I believe. So,
was it like Virginia Raceway or something?
VIR tomorrow night. Yes.
Turn 1 derbies for sure.
Turn 1 derbies. We'll see how it unfolds.
And last corner too.
Yeah. Good stuff, Kempe.
Sweet. All right. See us tomorrow.
Yeah, mate. Catch you later.
There you can, Pete.
See you.
Yeah, thoughts from the driver of the 98. Not a fan of the Chicago street course, obviously. Let's just see what happens here for Willie McLean. We got it in the chat just before from Aaron Gray. Definitely a 2-stop race. So let's just see the 61 here. He stayed out, got the stage points, obviously. So we see some lap traffic in behind here. Luke Hunter sitting amongst the field at the moment. A lap down, he's probably going to get the lucky dog by the looks of things. First car 1 lap down in P19, so 18 cars left on the lead lap. Josh, did you
Not entirely surprising.
Did you catch the Xfinity race this morning?
I didn't know. I did not.
No, neither
Did see SVG won it though.
Yep, that's what I saw. A whole lot of burnouts from SVG, so got the job done after starting on pole.
Tell you what, it was a Hendrick disaster class in the Cup Series. All 4 cars starting at the back.
Oof. Yeah, well.
We're not going to talk about what happened to my boy.
Oh, what happened?
engine failure, spun on his own fucking oil.
So I guess he's off the back too.
Yeah, starting literally last.
Yeah, because what, engine change? Did that put you to the back, or?
Well, no, it's just he didn't see the qualifying laps. It was in practice.
Yeah, okay. Oh shit. No deal.
Yeah.
Well, is there not much time between practice and qualifying, or what?
No, they're running it to a tight schedule.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say surely
There's no support series that they bring to Chicago either.
Apart from the Xfinities.
Yeah. Yep, no good, but that's all right. I'm not entirely surprised. It's Chicago as we see Willie McLoone come in.
Yep, that'll
Make a
put
stop.
Gianni.
Split decision.
That'll put Gianni back into the front of this race. Luke Hunter and
Yep.
Matt Blee should, in theory, get a wave by the safety car. There goes Hunter now. So he'll get himself back onto the lead lap. Matt Blee should also get a wave round, wouldn't he? I would have thought, or is he going to get told to go to the back? Stand by to see what happens with this one. The field under caution, end of stage 1 here in Chicago. Once we go back racing, it'll be racing to the end, but how much carnage is going to be unfold on this restart when we go back too wide? Larson's in 14th. Talking shit, Josh.
No, but they're all... No, all the Hendrick cars are going to the back because they incurred damage in practice and they had to change it. I'll find the link for you. Saw it on the World of Bob Pockris.
Oh.
Elliott, Larson, Bowman, Byron, Ty Dillon all had damage from contact during practice or qualifying that we end up having them start at the rear. Some of them didn't qualifying. Hamlin too because of an engine failure.
Oh,
there you go.
So probably going to be a derby.
Pop that in the chat.
Going to be a derby tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll get amongst that.
If SVG doesn't make it through, then we'll know why.
You got smoked at the start.
I've been deleted by a moderator.
Yeah, see, that's what happens. You try and put scam links in the chat, Josh, and that's what happens. That is exactly what happens. Nightbot, he jumps on it.
Aliens.
Of course, if you're tuning in for the first time, make sure you hit that follow button. Turn the notifications on. Get notified when we go live. Next, that is again tomorrow night. Virtual racing Aotearoa Porsche Carrera Cup Championship round. Well, final round of that championship at Virginia International Raceway. Again, I believe it's 2 races for the night. Can Brady Stanley hold on to that championship lead and get the championship done, or will there be more drama to unfold? We have seen plenty of it this season. At one point, Simmons was cruising comfortably out front and then had a massive rollover in the endurance race at Phillip Island, and well, that just threw the championship wide open. So tune in for that one tomorrow night. Of course, the TCR series heads to Snetterton Raceway Tuesday night. No doubt another bumper field of cars will be in for that one, and hopefully another lid skid. Maya Rose providing the goods last week. Surely we get another one this week. And Ian's car not far from returning as well. And like I said earlier, we head to Sonoma next week for the Xfinity series. So plenty of racing still to come.
Looking forward to seeing that InScar schedule as well, Brad. I wasn't part of last season, but the season before that, we've kind of seen Satonsville be a part of the calendar every season, and no deal with this season. So, she'll be a new and reinvigorated calendar, and it'll be. I'm sure that Satonsville and Texas will continue somewhere else. Yeah.
Get rid of it. It's banned for life. Banned for life. I think we got over 20 cautions there at the last visit. So.
Terrible.
Even though the man, Mr. Matthew Pluck, thinks it's a great track, I totally disagree. We spend far too long under caution there. But anyway.
More laps under yellow than actually under green.
Yeah, let's see how the restart unfolds, and it's pretty much starting order.
Yeah.
On this restart. Going to be 20 laps in.
Well, I tell you what, Brad. One thing I will note about this restart is I feel like this is going to be a little bit more aggressive in the actual race start, because this is the only scheduled caution, right? You're not going to get another caution unless you actually block the track. So your best opportunity to make a hero of yourself in the first corner is now.
Yeah, too right. You are absolutely right there. It is going to be elbows out on this restart. Dilworth there just says there's not enough room to go too wide through these corners. Hangs back. What's Gianni going to do here on the restart? Will he go early? Got a brilliant start at the start of this race. Managed to clear out, but this time we will get to see some green flag pit stops. So plenty of strategy to unfold in the remainder of this race here at Chicago. It's Gianni leading the way. Well, he will be on the restart. See the safety car pull away. We will get back underway here at Chicago. See the field in the background. The field head down to the start line. Green flag flies, we're back underway. Shots here, they head into turn one. Who's gonna survive and who won't? It is the big question. So far, so good. Oh, car makes contact in the background. Looks like everyone's safely through. William McClure has got pressure from Hayden Millings.
Hey, what? They proved me wrong.
That was a great restart.
There you go.
Everyone looks like they survived it somehow.
Cleaner restarts from the Pocono overtimes.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. It does look like everybody has managed to survive that one. Gianni Lutzu leading the way from Luke Dilworth. And again, just opening up that lead just a little bit. Willie McClune just hangs back in third place at the moment. Had a huge battle with Hayden Millings on the restart. Looks like he has consolidated that P3. Look at this pressure coming from Dilworth here. Makes contact with the fence. How many times have we seen that? This is huge pressure at the moment for the race leaders. Both out of the Sigma stables. Surely they're not going to get into each other.
Before Dilworth gets around him.
Yeah, you reckon? Pressure's on. You reckon he's going to get it done?
I reckon it'll take a while. I think we've seen Gianni Lutzu be pretty composed in terms of defence, but I mean Dilworth, he's an absolute veteran in terms of NASCARs and whatever he likes to do. Well, he's a reigning NASCAR champion, isn't he? So was that McClune? I think he might be thinking last season.
Mr. McLean, he's the reigning Xfinity champion at the moment, so Dilworth
there you go.
Yeah, so looking to go back-to-back in that. Yeah, Willie McLean out of nowhere won the NASCAR championship race. That was one hell of a race. Looking forward to the series getting back underway on the 23rd of July. That one,
That's going to be sick.
Round one of season 2. Sure you lock that one in.
She'll be a wicked race, that one.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And of course, the year is absolutely flying by, so it won't be long before we're back into a bit of full contact racing as well. What's it going to be this time by? Do we stick with the mini stocks, or do we ever go in something else? We'll see what comes of that one. Yeah, plenty of racing still to go.
Full contact Arca Menard series, see how that goes.
On ovals, on short tracks.
Yeah, pretty accurate to real life.
Yeah, on Bowman Gray Stadium.
Oh, gosh.
There you go, mate.
William McLean fast.
Yeah, the field spreading out very quickly. The pace, though, is on at the moment. 1 minute 29s. And Lutzu that time by 1:29.958, a 1:29.881 for Willie McClune. Of course, live timing up at the moment. I believe that is still running.
Yep,
Currently,
I'm
yep,
looking at that in the stream at the same time.
that is all still running. So if you're wondering where that is, go have a look on my Facebook page, THD Sim Sport Productions. You'll find the link for the live timing. You can keep up with what's happening with your favourite drivers in the field. So we find out where some of these guys are circulating at the moment. Josh Thompson, we saw him down pit lane early in the race. He currently sits P25. Oh, and he's had a big moment contact with the fence. That was a huge slide, and it actually looked like Johnstone made a big mistake as well. I thought he was going to make contact with him momentarily. But, yeah, manages to haul it up. It's approaching the halfway stage of this one. No, there'll be no driver interviews at the end of this one. We'll wrap things up. It's got an early start tomorrow, so be looking for an early night in the comms box. Yeah, I'm saying we're probably going to be done maybe, I don't know, close to 20 past 9, half past 9, somewhere around there.
When you think about it, we started at 7:50, something like that. Maybe 8 o'clock.
7:55 tonight because of that 10-minute 10-minute qualifying instead of. What's it? 8
o'clock.
Yeah, 8
it'll be about 8, I reckon. Yeah. So you'll be looking at about we get to half race distance about 8:40, and then we'll probably finish the race about 9:20, as you say.
Yeah, so it must have been 5-2. So they've been going for 42 minutes so far.
Yep.
23 laps in. Just watching Thompson here. Currently sits P25. Brady Stanley, we talked about him earlier. Big night tomorrow night for him in the Porsches. He's currently sitting P24. Tell you what, fast lane cars well represented in this Xfinity Championship. Between them and Sigma, I'd say they'd go close to being half the field. So we watch Wayne Van Biljon here.
I reckon he's got some serious damage. He's been off the pace for the entire race.
Yeah, probably not a fan. Oh, there you go. Probably not a fan of this track, but he's out there battling away, still chipping away at it. Dion Gregory in behind him there. Just saw a quick glimpse of the 42. He sits back at P20. Another one who's just out there chipping away at the laps, trying to bring that car home without too much damage. Have we lost Luke Hunter from the race? Yes, he's pulled the pin. The 12. I said that's enough for him as well. Cam James, another one that's parked it up. So not too many cars left running on the circuit, to be fair.
No hood for Daniel Johnstone there.
Yeah. Plenty of damage throughout the field. Miles Baker here in the 17. Another one, P15 at the moment. So these laps tick by. Corey Crossan, I think he's just got a pass done here on Luke Bradley. Puts himself up inside the top 10. Oh, Luke Bradley gets it wrong. All sorts of sideways and Murdens quickly on the scene.
Ugh. I mean, that bump, I tell you, in the long run, because this is going to be a bit of a strategy call here, Brad, but in that long run, we're going to see people get caught out through that bump.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's your pick for when we're going to see them back down pit lane here?
Oh, I mean, they came in at 15, so if Aaron's saying it's a two-stopper, you're going to be looking at, they stopped at 15, so yeah, I don't know, maybe lap 30 possibly. Yeah, maybe you'd stretch it to 45 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
This is the stage of the race you've got to really conserve.
Yeah, between lap 30 and 35, I'm going to say.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So especially if
you got to
especially if you're the likes of Dilworth. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. No, Willie McClune was one of the ones that came in. No, he stayed out, sorry. The two race leaders, 1 and 2 at the moment, they came down before the yellow. Not that it matters too much.
I tell you what, Brad, I'm looking at some of these lap times, and if I was like the drivers of Lockie Brett, Hayden Guptill, and John Boswell, I'd be a little bit concerned because they're running in the 133s and 134s right now, and their best is obviously 131s, 132s, etc. So I would be a little concerned because those are the kind of lap times you would run once the tyres have fallen off.
Yeah, which looks like it too for the leaders, to be fair. They've dropped off about they're just over a second a lap slower than what their best times are. So definitely a bit of tyre dead going on out there. They do have 3 sets available to them, so certainly is not a shortage of tyres. As this little battle pack here is certainly heating things up out on the circuit at the moment. Corey Crossan gets the pass done on Lockie Brett. Big wiggle there for the 39. There's contact. Lockie Brett into the wall. Boswell now on the scene. Just like that. Oh, big slide for Luke Bradley in the background. Tell you what, the back of that car has been all over the show for the last lap and a half. So keep an eye on the 25. Getting all sorts of sideways.
I didn't know he had a back end of that car with how sideways he's been, Brad.
Yeah, I reckon. Oh yeah. And Corey Crossan, he got that pass done and he has gapped it. He's gonna
I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Look to catch the back of Hayden Guptill. And Crossan, yeah, he is making some moves out there. Oh, contact! Hard contact. Oh, and Lockie Brett's got damage. He has got massive steering damage to the 39. The right front, does not want to turn. You just saw it. You saw him just, nowhere to go. So big damage. Oh, Luke Bradley. Oh, that was huge. We're going to need a replay of that one. Luke Bradley, airborne.
Oh, gosh.
What is going on?
Off now, Brad.
Yeah, all of a sudden, the tyres starting to wear, things starting to go south. We'll go back as far as Lockie Brett and
Slatonsville without cautions.
Have a look at how this all started. Once it starts going wrong, man, it just goes south quickly. We'll check out this from Lockie Brett. He just closed the door on the 43, made contact, and from there, no steering. Makes contact with Boswell again. Boswell just squeezes through, and you see the 39 just go straight ahead. The next series of corners. We'll check out this moment here for Bradley. Josh Murdens in behind him. Clearly they made contact. He gives him a big serve into the corner, and man, John Boswell. Absolutely nowhere to go. Well, right on board with Boswell here. Massive contact for the 43, and you saw it there. That is big. Big. We'll try and quickly find the onboard shot here for Bradley, and just this shot here, hard into the fence, and wait for this. It's massive. It is massive. Now Dion Gregory looks like he's had a big moment out here. We'll have a look here. The number 40, what has gone on? Sends it in. Contact with the tyre bundle. He'll gather it back up and carry on. Well, I'll tell you what. Some massive moments there for a couple of drivers. Luke Bradley. Absolutely pulverised. Down pit lane, he will have some massive damage to that car. Try and...
8 millions in.
Tell you what, check out the gap out front for our race leader.
Yeah.
So something's happened to Dilworth.
He's gapped it.
Something has happened to Luke Dilworth.
Dilworth has had a moment somewhere.
Yeah. Don't know if we're going to find anything on the timing. Just at the moment, looks like Dion Gregory's actually had more than one moment out there, so... Oh, could it have been the race leader? Oh no, that was a long time ago, that one, so it's too far ago. Yeah, nothing obvious has popped up for me, so... Just a small mistake possibly for Luke Dilworth, but it's turned into quite a big one because it's dropped him back down to P3 and makes contact with the fence, so... Right now, you've got to say that the tyres are starting to hurt a little bit out there.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. You're really stretching it right now with how long you're spending on them and how much you're pushing. Because I tell you, the way iRacing physics work in this game, Brad, if you slide your tyres, you're kind of going to accelerate the wear by about 2 times. So, yeah, pretty much every time they make any sort of inkling of that wheel, turn that wheel at all, it's going to accelerate that tyre wear big time.
Well, I can tell you one thing, Josh, it is a matter of survival out there at the moment now, because we only have about 20 cars possibly still out there circulating at the moment. So the casualty list: Miles Baker, Lockie Brett, John Boswell, Cam James, Luke Hunter, Christopher Pinkney, Michael Kemp, Carson Daly, Mark Grover, Paul McKenzie, Hayden Kirk, Sam Waddell and Murray Howell all DNF'd from the race. Check out your biggest movers down there, bottom right of the screen. Jared McLeod up 19, and he's just kept it out of trouble, and he currently sits down pit lane getting new tyres. But he's P13, so he's done a solid job there at the moment. Wayne Van Biljon, we've seen him in the wars tonight, but he's up 17 positions from the start of the race, circulating it in 14th. So, it just shows you try and survive out there, and you're going to end up with a fairly decent result. Dion Gregory's up 12 and made the list of biggest movers. Jamie Harding up.
Hey, what Lockie Brett in the chat?
Is he? Oh.
Yeah, I was having fun.
Oh, is it? Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the tyres seemed to look like they were starting to wear off pretty bad there.
Yeah.
Lockie, car's starting to move around a fair bit out there after that last round of stops back on lap 16.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it, Brad? Is with these tyres, like you kind of wear them out, they're going to get very understeery, when you go wide on corners, and then they're going to be very oversteery pretty much everywhere else.
Yeah.
So it's a fine line to balance it.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like pretty much throughout the field now, you're looking at least a couple of seconds between cars. So they're fairly well spread out. We've seen one car come down, make another pit stop. I would say we're going to see a whole lot more fairly shortly. Bring up our pit stop notifications. That'll keep us going. Hayden Millings is actually, looks like he's down there for damage.
He is, yeah.
So something gone south.
Oh, Beecroft!
Yeah, guarantee, I could almost guarantee, Josh, that every single driver in the field tonight has done that at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. Lockie in the chat, the tyre wear is barely anything. It's just if you overheat them, it gets scary. Ah.
Okay, there you
Interesting.
go. There you go. So it's pretty much you stopping to make sure you got fuel to get home. Simmons, P4.
Yeah.
This right here is actually the closest battle on track at the moment.
I'm surprised, to be honest, Brad, that the fact that Luke Dilworth has dropped this far back.
That's P3, yeah, he definitely had a moment, didn't he? He's 4.5 seconds on the lead. At the moment, just was under a little bit of pressure from the 11 of Simmons, but it's gap just opening up a little bit again. 19 laps are left here at Chicago. And at the moment, we're going to find our 4th different winner for the season, if it was to finish like this.
We've had 3 chaotic races in a row, Brad. Is it ever going to end?
Wow, yeah. I'm not even going to say anything about that. It could be a whole lot of carnage throughout the season. We'll see how it unfolds. Of course, what are we now as far as races? I'm just bringing some stuff up here. We've got 4 rounds of the regular season left after tonight, so I believe next week I think Aaron Gray could possibly back in for the comps box. He'll correct me if I'm wrong there, if he's still still watching away while working in his digger.
Yep, if that's the case, I'll be able to help Kempy provide you guys with some lid skids.
Yeah, tell you right. I can't remember who I've got locked in, to be honest. It's a week by week thing. I know at some point Corey's going to come in and do some. And so, yeah. But anyway, we got Sonoma, Dover, Indianapolis and Iowa all left for the regular season. Then we go to another road course of Watkins Glen for the first round of the playoffs. Michigan follows that, then Daytona. That'll be the round of 10. I think that's how it's working. And then we'll go... No, that must be the round of 15.
Round of 8.
Round of 15, I don't know.
No, they're doing a round of 15.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'll have to
Have a
double
look.
check that. But then you go to Nashville and Worldwide Technology for the next round, which I'm going to say could be the round of 10, and then you go to the last race, round of 5 at Charlotte to round out the season. I'll see if I can... 12 drivers, there you go. So 12, 8, 4, Josh, for the playoffs.
Okay, yep. So they are running it as accurate to the Xfinity season as they can, which is good to see.
So yeah, 8 regular season, 6 rounds of playoffs. So that'll be 3 for the round of 12, 2 for the round of 8. Then the championship race will be your top 4 cars. Stillworth went down pit lane. Willie McClune down pit lane as well. So race leader still out there. We're just watching Simmons at the moment as our timing is a bit behind there.
Look, just looking in the chat, we've got pretty much...
watching Guptill. Simmons?
Yeah. Oh, he's up to 4th, isn't he?
Yeah,
Guptill's
Guptill's up to P4. Yeah.
A couple of drivers putting, I think. Yeah. Yeah, a couple of
Momentarily,
two-stoppers. We've got
momentarily
Willie,
distracted.
all the Sigma boys, pretty much, other than Gianni Litsu and Corey Crossan, have pitted.
Have stopped.
Plus Daniel Johnstone and McLeod and Millings. Yeah, so a couple of guys doing two stoppers with Simmons in defence.
Yeah, you gotta.
I was just reading the.
What's that?
I was just reading the chat, and Lockie said that he believes Luke is damaged. So
yeah.
we've got Lockie pretty much being our pit reporter there.
Yeah,
So,
just caught that in the chat, and I just see he actually doesn't look like he got any of it repaired either. So he's just going to battle it out for the remainder of this race. Of course, it doesn't matter too much, I guess, for Dilworth. Already locked into that championship race as both our race leader and P2 in pit lane now. Corey Crossan. Expect to see him in at some point, and that's quite a long stint, isn't it, for Gianni? Out 21 laps. Obviously, a few of those were under safety car. Yeah, 18 laps is the other big one that I saw through the field there. Crossan, though, stays out, ticks off another lap. He's going to score himself as leading a lap here at Chicago. And Willie McClune has got the race lead. Look at that.
Wow. Net race lead, there you go.
Yeah, by the time the stops are done, Gianni's just gone through the pits now, and he's going to be quite a way off the back of Willie McClune.
Goodness me.
So what has gone on there? The times look pretty much identical, so he's obviously just been able to get a good lap in on the fresh tyres, possibly. I don't know.
Let's have a look. Willie's done his best as a lap of 129.8. Dilworth a 133, and then Litsu a 129.9. So, yeah, Willie's got the fastest lap at this stage, but I'm pretty sure that was done during the, first pit stop.
Yeah.
The second restart.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's really confusing, isn't it? Unless Gianni had a moment on that in lap, and that's cost him a whole lot of time.
Could possibly have done that. Yeah.
Oh, what's going on here for Crossan?
No, he was just letting McClune by.
Yeah. Okay. So McClune now is your back to being your race leader. Luke Dilworth back at P2 and Gianni Lutsu at P3. Was there any team orders going on, maybe?
Oh, you'd have to say,
What,
surely.
surely. Have we got some
to
team orders
move out
out
of the
there?
way.
Gianni's going, oh, maybe I'm not going to race in the playoffs, so you go for it, Willie. No, we better not start any rumours. Corey Crossan and Mertens both down pit lane at the moment.
Tell you what, Cale James up to 7th, and he was caught in that opening lap melee as well.
Yeah, does need to stop, so he is going to fall back a little bit, I'd say. But yeah, currently doing a good job. We haven't seen much of this man here tonight, the 79er Harding. Just consistently ticking laps off out there, sits P6 at the moment. And for some of these guys who haven't won, you know, locked themselves in via winning a race, it's about just gathering as many points as you can at the moment to try and make that cut for the playoffs. Because if we get a different race winner each week, we're going to have 4 spots available via points.
There you go.
But at some point, you've got to back someone to win their second race of the season, surely. Or is that just showing how competitive it is this season? Which is good to see.
Wow.
To be fair, it is very good to see.
I mean, look at the races we've got left though. You mentioned Gateway, we've got Daytona still to go, we've got Sonoma next up as well. Like, very much a variety of tracks, and I'm looking forward to seeing the playoff rounds. I think more than anything, because yes, the regular season gets intense, but put the playoffs intensity in it, and oh boy, things like to ramp itself up.
Yep, she goes up another level come playoff racing. When it quickly runs out of there is no more tomorrow in the championship if you don't get it done. That's when we see the elbows come out. Was that? No, that wasn't Dilworth. Was that Dilworth back down pit lane? No.
No, he's battling with Gianni Lutsu now.
Yeah, Gianni looking for a way past at the moment the quicker of the top 3 cars out there.
Gives them the hurry up.
Yeah. I am here. You can get out of the way if you want, or I'm coming through. I'll get behind that.
Yep.
Looks like the last lot of pit stops getting done now. Cale James has got that stop done. Jamie Harding, extended pit stop here, probably getting a bit of damage repaired.
This will be a dive from Lutsu down at turn 1. He's going to set him up through the final corner, use that slipstream down the straightaway, and then he'll send it at turn 1. Watch, he'll pull out a line. If he doesn't pull out a line, I'll be shocked. Yeah, there it is. Down the inside. Oh, he's slipped the rear end just slightly.
Yeah,
Dilworth
that was
goes
good.
wide.
That's a good pass. Can he get it done? Lock it in. Dilworth's going to fire back up the inside here. Says you're not going to do it that easy. On the power. Oh, almost contact, but Gianni gets the job done. Moves up into P2, and can he track down the race leader? That margin, 3 seconds. Willie McClune. How did he manage to do that? That is a big lead.
Let's have a look here, Brad, because I've got the stats for you. Pit lane. Willie was in the pit lane for 39.6 seconds with a 14.7 stop, right? Gianni was in the pit lane for 40.8 seconds with a 14.6 second stop. And Dilworth in the pits for 39.7 seconds and a 14.5 second stop. So Dilworth had the fastest stop, but Willie was the fastest through the pit lane. And Gianni had a very slow time through pit lane.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's probably why he's jumping.
Made up so much time in pit lane. Did our race leader, and that livery on board this car. Tell you what, it's a beautiful thing. Brought that out for the championship race in the Ends Car series, and got the job done in it. Looking to go for another race win in it tonight. Get himself into the playoff picture.
Tell you what though, bro, 1.2 seconds made up just on pit lane alone is absolutely absurd. That's a very, very impressive amount of time.
Yeah, that's huge, eh?
So,
this is massive. And
yeah.
Talk about a lot of time made up. In the last lap, Gianni has pulled him in by 1 second.
Oh,
As Brady Stanley now heads down pit lane, gets that stop done for him. We're going to have 18 cars. No, Matt Blee looks like he's possibly done for the night. Looks like 17 cars left on
Ugh.
the track. We started with 33 cars, so almost half the field have fallen by the wayside here at Chicago. We have 13 laps to go on this one. Willie McClone at the moment leading the way. Of course, Josh Thompson, another one who has joined the Sigma stables this season, running in the number 16. Used to run under the 999. Bit of tyre smoke up ahead, so look out coming around this corner. Could run into anything.
might have been Dion Gregory, I reckon. There, I saw a flash of blue, so I'm going to expect that might have been Dion.
Yeah, there you go, up in front of him now. And Gregory now is up inside the top 15. P14, 2 laps down. Wayne Van Biljon, P13, 2 laps down, and Jamie Harding, P12, 2 laps down. 10 cars left now on the lead lap. What's happened to Jared McLeod? One point he was...
He's back in pit lane now, yeah.
He was your biggest mover. Just trying to find anything there. Don't know, looks like Daniel Johnstone's had a big moment out there. We'll go back, have a quick look at the replay. No. Let's see what's unfolded.
Oh, not this
here.
corner either.
Uh-oh. Oh, big contact
that's what's happened to Matt Blee.
Yeah, Matt Blee involved in that one with Daniel Johnstone just nowhere to go. Wayne Van Biljon looks like he's had a moment out there too. We'll see what's unfolded here. Corey Coulson up in front of him. Oh, and it's just,
Yeah, just looped it. That was less severe than the previous.
Slight contact, and so Brady Stanley's had a moment too. Oh,
whoa.
Jesus, who was that? Was that McLeod?
Jared McLeod.
Here we go. So this is going to show it. McLeod here, he just goes straight ahead, locks it up, and boofa.
Oh.
So
Was he trying to get Brady Stanley out there or something like that?
I'm going to go there as he
well
got
over the breaking point.
Has he got damage around this corner here, or what has gone on there? It looks like it's steering. So
Yeah.
it's just
Has he
locked
just
it up and gone.
missed the car he was trying to target?
Yeah, just locked it up and gone straight ahead, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, big moment there for McLeod. So we go back live to the race. I tell you what, there has been some big moments tonight out there. A couple of cars lifted right off the ground at one point, but hey, things starting to heat up out front as that margin now under a second. Gianni Lutsu closed the gap. Oh, Willie McClone there slides into the fence. And we compare tyre life, it's pretty much the same. Both drivers at the moment. See how it plays out the remaining laps here at Chicago. Pressure on for the 61 of McClone. As Gianni Lutsu breathing all over the back of him. Battle going up on in front as well. Looks like Dion Gregory. And he just pulls out of the way. Oh, no, look out. Up the inside here for race leader. Gets past the 40. Great work from Gregory. Stays out of the way.
All over the back of McLeod now, Brad. This is going to be all on.
Yeah, this is going to be a fantastic battle to the line. You can feel it. When's he going to find his opportunity? Look to get a big run out of the exit of the corner. Get him under brakes. He's got a run here. Not going to be close enough. Those flames just outstanding out the side of these cars. Looking the goods. Gianni, when is he going to pounce? Have a crack at our race leader, Willie McClone. 61 looks racy, but the margin, it was out to 3 seconds. Now,
Yeah, 2:10.
yeah, nothing in it. As far as lap times go, almost a second quicker last time by for the 58 of Lutzu. 132.098 for McLoone and a 131.248 for Gianni. Can he find a way past Dilworth? Where's he amongst all this? 5 seconds back down the road. Is this going to be able to get him involved in as well, possibly in the battle? You see him there just out of the last corner, the 63. If these two get into each other, he's going to be right there waiting to take advantage, no doubt about it. Gianni, big look up the inside. He's not going to be close enough, but the 61 gets wide into the fence. He's opened up the door. Gianni Lutzu gets the job done, moves into the race lead. 8 laps to go here at Chicago. Expect him to run away from here. The pace, it's been outstanding. Oh, Millings there, big slide on the exit. Wayne Van Biljon, he stays out of it. Dilworth, he's pulled them in a little bit. They're not battling anymore, so he may just have to be happy with a P3 tonight, Luke Dilworth. He's got Simmons a couple of seconds back up the road. Lap traffic here for the race leader. Thompson just moves out of the way, says, away you go, fellas. He wants nothing to do with that. Gianni in the 58.
Oh,
He has got that thing on rails, Josh.
I tell you, he really has. And look, this is going to be an interesting way to finish. I think we've probably got the race sorted though. Whether McLoone drops into the clutches of Dilworth is what I'm going to be interested to see.
Yeah. At the moment, Dilworth is actually losing a bit of ground to Simmons.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on Simmons too. Has Simmons got anything for Dilworth in the later stages of this one? Just a couple of seconds behind. One little mistake and it can change just like that. Especially on this tight street circuit. Race leader Lutzu. Just 16 cars now left on the circuit. And as far as the lead lap goes, Cale James is your last car on the lead lap. And he's in P10.
Oh, he's a minute 16, so that car is bent and bruised beyond belief. But yeah,
putting on a
I'll
show
tell you
though.
what, he won't be long before. Oh, absolutely. He won't be long before Lutzu comes around and laps him, though. I mean, doing 132s, he's only a 1 minute 17. Yeah, it won't be long.
Dilworth just tangled with the lap car. We're getting word in. That's why he lost a bit of ground. Are you in the house next week, Aaron, or is it the week after? He was looking at his relative and didn't see the corner. Oh, no. That is what happened. That's what we saw before. Jared McLeod off the end. Yeah. So there you go. In the chat from Matt Blee. Tell you what, the updates from some of the drivers that have been parked up in this one has been outstanding tonight. Yes, there you go. Aaron is in the house next week. So we head to Sonoma for round 5 of the Xfinity Championship. Shout out, of course, to Fenn Refridgeration for getting on board and sponsoring the series. Of course, all the admin work that goes on in the background by the admins at Virtual Racing Aotearoa. To have a bit of Sunday night NASCAR Xfinity action. That's for sure. Watching the 63 of Dilworth here. Simmons, you see him now. Just over a second behind him. 1.5 seconds behind Dilworth. I'm not sure he's going to have anything for him in the closing stages. Check out Corey Cross in P6. So a good run tonight. Surely we'll be happy with this result.
Hayden Guptill, P7. That's the result he needs.
Yeah.
Desperately.
Definitely. Definitely. We'll have to try and get some point updates at some point as well. Hopefully Mr. Josh Murdens is keen to make up some points tables so we can keep everyone updated with what is going on. Speaking about what's going on, don't forget final round of that Porsche Carrera Cup tomorrow night. Getting underway live from 8:30. The racing begins. We'll be live from 8:20. Short build up and into the final round of that series. Make sure you do tune in for that one. It's going to be a hell of a night racing. Brady Stanley versus Simmons, the showdown. Who is going to get that done? Stanley, to be fair, he just needs to finish the races. So
I tell you, it's VIR, so technically anything can happen.
yeah, you're not wrong. And Kempy's racing, so look out. Look out.
Where were the races last week?
Where did we go last week? That is a very, very good question. Was it Indy Road Course, maybe? Oh, it's gone. So many races, mate. You get lost in them all. Let me have a look. Try and find out. Of course, if you want to get involved in any of the racing, make sure you hit up the communities that we bring in the streams from. Virtual Racing Aotearoa, Kiwi Sim Racing, of course Sim Motorsport New Zealand for that Xfinity Championship, as we see now this battle between Crossan and Harding. Corey Crossan looking to pick himself up a top 5 finish. I have to say he will be very happy with that. Yeah, I was right. Well, last week we were at Indy Road. This week we head to VIR, because we've only been able to bring half of that championship to you due to that New Zealand 86 Cup stream that we were doing. At least we get to bring the important races, I guess. The one with the lid skids, they're the best ones. Gotta say, Dion Gregory in the background there. A bit of pressure on the 171 of Jamie Harding. That is in full position. Jamie Harding at the moment 2 laps down. Gregory 3 laps down. Jamie Harding in P11. That's probably getting up towards one of his better results as well. So, a few guys.
Yeah, there you go. Wayne Van Biljon up to 12th from all the way at the very, very back.
Yeah, so the guys that have just been able to hang in there, keep it on track, starting to get some good results in the end of it, as everyone else has fallen by the wayside tonight. 18 DNFs, 17 DNFs, that is massive. Massive numbers. Crossan. Can he get this pass done? 5 laps to go. Gianni Lutsu out front has a 1 second margin over McLoone. And well, Simmons, he's managed to get that down to just over a second now between him and Dilworth. And is that a mistake there from Dilworth? Oh, it looked like he had a big slide going. This must have been the camera angle. And no issues for him at the moment. Murdens trying to get to the back of Hayden Guptill out there as well by the looks. Oh, I tell you what, Josh, 9 cars.
Oh, outrageous.
On the lead lap. You've got to say, imagine if we had yellows. What lap do you reckon would be up to? The halfway stage probably? Lap 25, considering there's been a few big crashes.
Yeah, I reckon you're right there, Brad. That's... Yeah, we've been lucky to keep it green, to be fair.
Yeah, we're lucky we've only had that one yellow for the stage at the end of stage number 1. Otherwise, mate, she would have been a very long night in the office. 9:16 your current race time, with 4 laps to go for our race leader. It's Caleb Beecroft there, just lets everyone go through. Stays nice and clear out of the way. One of those fast lane eSport cars. Top 10 finish for him in sight at the moment. Can't see Harding able to get that lap back.
Yeah.
Such a short amount of race left to go, and mate, Sonoma next week. Surely we're going to expect much of the same there. I feel. Hayden Guptill P7,
Yeah.
Bryce Harding P5.
That's the with Sonoma bread. That's the short layout, isn't it? Not the long one.
I am not too sure what format they're running there. It just says Sonoma in the calendar, so it'll be the NASCAR layout surely.
Yeah. Well, they've got two layouts. They got the NASCAR long and NASCAR short. So I mean, I guess it's
okay.
NASCAR short, which is gonna make our lives and your lives probably a little bit easier, eh?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Willie has.
I'll expect,
oh no, Willie's stacked it.
Has he?
Yeah, Willie's stacked it. He's 3.3 seconds back. I just got it in the chat there. He's had a moment. Looks like Dion Gregory's had a moment. Josh Thompson's had a moment. Wayne Van Biljon as well. Willie McLean. We'll see if we can have a look at this. Oh. Looks like it's moving around a bit more, that car out there. Let's see if this shows us.
Yeah. Has he had a lose on the rear end or something like that?
Let's see what's happened. Lap 48, it's come up that something has gone on. Gianni Lutsu just up in front of him. But notice it's, oh yeah, about 0.7 back. Oh yeah, that is actually quite hard contact with that right front, and that, you have to say, it's gonna have a effect on that steering. Surely has bent it. Yeah, oh, there you go, Aaron. He's got that in the chat there. Yep, the car suffering a bit of damage. Right on board. See how much right hand down he's got. Expect a fair bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Yeah.
You're about 45 degrees almost to the right there.
Yeah. So let's see if he can just bring it home from here. He's got a bit of a comfortable margin back to Luke Dilworth, but yeah, it's going to be even harder to keep out of these walls now. 2 laps to go for our race leader, Gianni Lutsu, out front. In control of this one is McLean. Leaking time, big time to the leader after that contact with the fence. So you got to say, if he had anything for him, that is now gone. Any chance for McLean of getting it done tonight?
She's over, Red Rover. Call it off a lap early, I reckon.
Yeah.
There's going to be no change here.
Yeah, surely we're not going to jinx our race leader. It's going to be too hard for that at this point. So white flag waving for Willie McLean and our race leader, Gianni Lutsu. Just 1 to go now around the streets of Chicago. And I am going to say Willie McLean's definitely going to hold on to P2. 3.7 seconds. Look at him just bouncing along the wall there. Let's hope he doesn't get too many penalty points in the closing lap. Imagine that drive-through required.
Wow. That's what happened to me at Pocono. I got a drive-through just for turning Hayden Guptill in the last lap in that last overtime.
Oh, no.
And went from, 7th to 13th. So, yep, last car on the lead lap. That was it.
There you go. Just a few corners to go now for our race leader, Gianni Lutsu. Has done a fantastic job tonight. We'll have to get confirmation around... Gregory, a moment right in front of the race leader. Willie McLean's going to be next on the scene. He manages to get past clean. I was waiting for someone to stove into him, but an almost moment for the race leader. But looks like he is going to hold on to this lead, increasing even. On the last lap here at Chicago, Gianni Lutsu, final corner. And he is going to get it done. Celebrates a big slide sideways across the line. Seals the deal. Willie McLean home P2 from Luke Dilworth. A Sigma 1, 2, 3 finish. Simmons brings it home in P4. And Bryce Harding, he is going to round out your top 5, the 79. Another great haul of points as he's just putting on a show at the moment, hanging it out. He's doing some SVG drifting here on the streets of Chicago. Big margin back to Corey Crossan in P6. He's just sending it. Having a bit of fun out there, the 79. And he's going to cross the line all sorts of sideways. Good result for the 79. And Crossan, you see him in the background. He's going to send it sideways across the line as well, the 15. Oh, in fact, into the fence. The helicopters it. Hayden Guptill, he's going to send it. Gets up his inside. Guptill home in 7th. Merton's home in 8th. And what has happened? Oh, okay, Caleb Beecroft lap down. Harding home in 11th. Wayne Van Biljon home 12th. 13th goes to Gregory. Hayden Millings in 14th. Brady Stanley in 15th. And your final finisher of the race, it will be Josh Thompson home in P16. Well, Josh, mate, we got there in the end. And I am not going to say if Gianni has locked himself in or not. He obviously got the win done. I don't know if there is a requirement to do X amount of races to qualify for the series. Still plenty of races for him to turn up for, I guess. But I will confirm that next Sunday night. But from us here at Chicago, that is about all we have for you tonight. Cheers, everyone, for tuning in. Don't forget tomorrow night that Porsche Carrera Cup Series. Of course, we'll be back for some more Xfinity racing next Sunday night live from Sonoma. Aaron Gray will be in the house to call the action alongside me. So make sure you tune in for that one. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we will catch you all back tomorrow night for the next one. Cheers for the call, Josh, and mate, we'll see you back for the next one. I don't know if that's going to be Xfinity or NSCAR. We will find out.
We'll sort it, brother.
Yeah.
I'll try and remind myself to come to Sonoma and provide some lid skids.
Yeah, too right. Awesome. Well, again, cheers everyone for tuning in, and we will catch you all